Hi, I'm Rebecca Ryan. I'm a shamanic witch here in Melbourne, Victoria. Spellcasting. I have heaps of questions often about how best to make spells or how I make spells. I'll tell you how I make a spell for you. The first thing that I do before I even begin is take the request. So you might say, oh, I would like to make a love spell, for instance. Or I would like to make a spell that would protect my house. Let's do that one. What I would do first of all is just sit with the request. Whilst I'm sitting with the request, I would open up my channels and my guides. So that is, I would throw to the wiser part of my thinking processes. So I'd come out of just this little bit and probably sort of hang out here where creativity and inspiration flows in. I then would connect over ground into where your creativity and your inspiration comes from. So I might have a picture of you in my head, or I might just have your name. I connect in with your name or with the picture of you, and I connect in through places where your most brilliant self lies. I then get a feel for who you are and how you operate and why you might want protection in your house, what you're trying to protect yourself from, etc. So I have like a little snapshot of where you're coming from. Then I would gather the ingredients as they call to me and mix and make. And as I'm mixing and making, I'm actually tying the spell into the body that you are. So creativity will run around all the time. Your flow will include many different potentials. If I'm trying to isolate a potential that says, well, my house is always protected or my house is safe from X, Y, and Z kind of intrusions, I then need to select that's the path that your body goes down. So in the spell making, I hook it to your physical self. So I go into your physical self, probably while you're asleep, just very gently, and I look at your DNA and your cellular structure so that when you get the spell and you sprinkle it on charcoal and it starts to burn in your area and you start to engage with it, it actually goes into your body like food would go into your body. So it makes sense to you. Your body's able to digest it and take that nourishment to move down the path, so to actually activate the potential that says, I'm in a house which is perfectly surrounded and supported with love and kindness. I'm in a house that doesn't have intrusions in it. That's how I make a spell for you. If I'm making a spell for me, I do similar things with just taking a snapshot of where the idea is coming from for me. It's tied into my DNA, into my cellular structure, so that after I have engaged with the spell, so that is imbibed really, I've smelt it, I've felt it on my skin, I've kind of become one with it, my body then chooses the potential that spell is kind of opening and activating for me. So I make a spell for you, very similarly to how I make a spell for me, with the extra step of stepping over into your world and looking at the best, most positive, most like flowful passage that this spell can take you down. If you're making spells for other people, I recommend you do the same, just gently, and wait until you have the information that you need before you begin. If you'd like more information, please feel free to email me or contact me.